G'day, I'm Blxz and welcome back to Distant Worlds Universe. The war is going pretty well. We're fighting these funny blue people over here, these dark blue guys. Quite a horrible colour blue actually, it's a little bit too rich for my eyes. But we're about to push in and have a poke around in, I think that says Toran. It might say Yoran actually, with a Y. It's a little hard to read, that horrible blue. So we're going to pop into Yoran here. They happen to have a penal colony. So might explain where all their enslaved races are going. I don't care about that. Let's have a quick look what's in the system here. We have nothing too much. No, nothing too much in here. I was worried there might be a big fleet. There doesn't appear to be anything. It is a very, very big spaceport though. It has massive shields on it. Decent firepower that will rival well, it actually rivals this entire fleet that we've got. Let's see how it goes. Probably would have been better if the ship hadn't gone up there. But we'll check it out. Hopefully our general doesn't die off too soon. Go for it, guys. Charge in. We definitely outrange it. Wait. On the... Oh, there we go. Okay, we're ripping through it. It can't stop us. It's... Ooh, okay. We're a little bit too close and within range of the energy torpedoes. But before we'd done that, we were doing quite well for ourselves. They've closed in a little bit, unfortunately. But by now, I think... Yeah, this thing's going down hardcore. It's about to collapse. And there you go. That is why range is important, which is why I'm going in the missiles. The longest range, as well as our phasers, which are not so long, but still pretty powerful. Now we have here 2,500 troops. Let's move to this planet for now. You guys actually, I'm going to get to... actually get you to blockade this planet for the time being. Good stuff. Okay, this is a pretty poor planet, all things considered. Why am I taking it again? I don't know why I'm taking this system. Okay, because the other resources in it. That's why. I think there's a fuel source here as well, which will extend our control out in this entire sector. Having a fuel source so close. You can see these little, I think they're meant to be fuel cans. These little blue dots on the top of them indicate that there is a source of fuel in each of these systems. And you can see the nearest one is either up here to the north, or either at the Faris or the Corenda system. So the Faris or Corenda. There is nothing really over here. So any kind of long-term battle, this is pretty much the limit of our force projection out here. We can send something out, and then we have a very limited time of battle before we're forced to come back. So, where is the colonizer fleet? Aha, they're all in orbit. Excellent. Let's drop down. Are they landing? Okay, they're coming in. Hopefully. Ooh, okay, this is a big one. Now there's a very large amount from the actual population. The entire armed citizenry here are popping up, and you can see we're killing them off quite rapidly. And unfortunately, a lot of them are yaw. Thankfully, the non-yaw are dying faster though. That is very good. But we are basically, we've got good generals. We know this planet type. This is our native planet type, so we do battle well on it. We have huge numbers, so no real problem there. And control of the space allows us to drop down orbital bombardments when required. I wish they would spend more time fighting the troops rather than hitting the innocent civilians, but that's fine. Killing them off early is probably going to do us good in the long run. It will fuel them to rebel against us. Now, how are things going? We have this system pretty much under control now. There is nothing else here. Yep, nothing else here that's going to concern us. I think this is going to be the limit of what I'm going to push for in this war. Ooh, okay. No, it doesn't matter. They can take it. Yes, we've taken the planet. Now what I'm going to try and do is... Very nice, got some yaw here. Okay, 10 more of those troops should be good enough to keep us going. What I'm actually going to try and do now is peace out. It may be a little bit early for these other guys, but if I can prevent any more damage... Have I paused? Yes, I paused. Yeah, if I can prevent any more damage, I think we will be good. So let's see if we can peace out with you. If you don't, I will just probably charge at you. Pose an end to the war. I'm not going to try and subjugate them because they are far more powerful than me. But there you go. We have ourselves a ceasefire. I am now not at war with anyone at the moment. And we've got ourselves 1, 2, 3 new beautiful planets. And if we can develop the Uran system out here, I'm actually going to make this one... The Uran penal colony is going to become a little bit of a hub. I'm going to put a large spaceport out here. And what's this one called? Uran penal colony. I'm going to garrison those new troops I've just built. So I'm actually starting off as experience. It appears that experience is actually the lower level, and then veteran is higher. That is good to know. So I'm going to garrison all these experienced ones here, which are the ones I'm recruiting. I'm going to garrison them, and I'm going to keep our elites with us because they are, you can see 32,000 battle power for most of these once they heal up. Some of them are not quite ready yet, lost some equipment and people. But once they, I think it's about 12 or 15,000, so they're nearly double power to our green recruit troops. And yep, Arrakis has built a new spaceport, things are good. Let's actually have a look at that one. Okay, the spice is flowing. It's flowing very well. We have ourselves a nice big chunky spaceport to defend it. And it's a decent... The hell are they? The Parrot is higher. They must be fueling up down here. Yes, they are. What have they got there? It's our gas mining stations. We're actually selling them fuel. They will be buying fuel directly from our private sector, and then I believe some of that goes as bonus income. It may not though. But they are enriching our private sector, probably faster than we can actually mine it out, I would imagine. Doesn't matter. I'm inclined to let them waste their time there for now. That's fine. If it weakens them a little bit, then that's only too good. Interesting. Let's have a look at some of their worlds. I don't imagine I would like to go to war with them anytime soon, but they are... Exalted Tomb... Got some pretty powerful worlds up here. That's a solid world. Let's see if I can find their capital. What is their capital? Does it say what their capital is? Paratakis 4 and the Paratakis system. There we go. Looks like it's here. Nope, it's Pindar. Paratakis. There we go. Let's have a look at their capital world. Paratakis 4. It doesn't look very big. It's that's actually fairly big. 99% quality. Huge population on it. 28.3 billion. And it has good supplies of important resources. They are a very powerful race here. Not very happy people, but they are, I imagine, raking in the cash with that GDP and that strategic value there. These guys could be dangerous in the near future if they turn on us. They are currently... I'm actually delighted because we joined the war. So that's good. We joined the war. That got a colossal amount of trade. They naturally like us, which helps, and we're both monarchies. Oh no, they're a hive mind, but I'm a monarchy, which is similar enough for them to like it. They would hate a democracy if we were one of those. They've also, I don't know, they still do covet our colonies and resources, but because we're trading Corb and Spice, that's helping to offset some of that at least. I suspect they will, if they keep expanding down here, they're definitely going to hate us more and more, so we do need to be prepared for the possibility in the future that they're going to turn against us. May as well speed up while the downtime's on. How is this building up? It is building up gradually. We've got the resources we need here. I'm actually going to kill off. We don't need all these other races. The Atuks and the Shandar, they can all get wiped out. We don't need the Napor and the Dayats either. We only want our pure race. This is a terrible run. It's actually quite difficult because I'm continuously running out of money. And lucky that we have a race that breeds quite so fast. The Attics would be a prime choice for this one as well. I think they're some of the fastest breeders in the game, whereas picking some slower breeders would not be... Interesting. Picking some slower breeders would not be the best way of doing this particular run through. Lawful. Okay, things are going well with the ore. Now our empire is getting a little bit messy over here. I'm trying to keep it as clean and ordered as possible. It's the one thing I don't like about this game. It's not quite as clean and ordered as some other ones. Let's go to this event location. This planet has just joined us. Probably, yep, because of a large ore presence. Surprisingly though, not a total. It's only about a third of the population, and it's over here. That is interesting. In Iltris. It's very close to the middle of their space. Seem to be a lot of ore. I've never actually had I'm lucky, I think, in this case. I've never had quite so many of my native race inhabiting all these nearby planets in such a fairly spread out area. Now there is a chance that a lot of our people are actually migrating over here because we're such prolific breeders. They could be leaving our homeworld. They do go to other empires as well as within our own empire. So that could be what's happening, but I do find it unusual that there are so many. It could be that these were native populations to begin with. It could be that we've been playing the game for nearly 75 years now, which is reasonably long. Let's have a quick look in here. What do we got? We've got Shanda, Ilta, Human, and a couple of other minor ones down there. I think... what are the troops like on here? You probably garrison them all up. You can't actually... you can't box select or anything. You have to do them individually from the screen. These are fairly weak troops. I don't know how much they cost me, but I think they should be able to hold while we exterminate all these other ones. I'm going to keep the tax rate low to encourage growth as well. Troop Academy, what does it actually do? I have no idea. I think it allows you to build the best troops in your empire. Okay, this one here, I'm only going to build a medium one here, simply because it's unlikely to pay back the maintenance costs of a large one. Corruption is starting to go quite high, and we're reasonably far away from the core empire, so I don't imagine trade will be very good, although chromium's always welcome. Now again, not much we can do in the system. We can't build anything because it's a foreign territory, which is a little unfortunate. If that one there were to turn as well, which it won't, I don't think. No, we don't know what the others are. That could be a lot of ore. There's a chance that it is, but it's unlikely that there'll be sufficient ore there to flip it over. What are they battling with? The Jurith Harmony. That's interesting. Could be that the war exhaustion is driving these guys to rebel. We're actually managing to keep war exhaustion fairly well under control. What's happening up here? We're being attacked. No, it's Paratus Hives. They're coming to refuel from us. Now this is... definitely want to protect Arrakis. This is absolutely vital. We protect this particular thing. They're all coming in to buy our... where are we? Come to buy our spice. Korriban spice. Fantastically valuable. Ooh. No! Bugger. Okay, the... where was it built? I didn't catch where it was built. They've... Karun and the Karun system. I actually don't know where that is. But it'll be one of these blue systems, I think. Again, it's nearly impossible for me to read these. These are terrible colours. No idea. Either way, wherever it is, they have built... yeah, I can't see it. But they have built a... could be over here somewhere. Yeah, they've got ourselves a wonder, and that is the one I was chasing. I was hoping that I could get to that wonder. If I'd probably been paying attention, I could have done a crash research on it. I still probably wouldn't have built it in time though. So there aren't any other wonders that I can think of over in this part of the tree that were still left for us to build. These things like planetary facilities, naval academies and whatnot, you can build multiple versions of them. They're not actually wonders, although they are very powerful buildings, if that's what you're after. Traders Bazaar is built. The Trade Guild has also been done. It'd actually be quite useful for us. We are trading quite a bit despite our warlike nature. I don't think there's any wonders in this particular tree, are there? Oh, there's a couple. Again, we haven't got the Bacchus high speed. Not much up here we can do. I thought there was a medical... Oh yeah, it's already been built. And that one's already... So it appears like every single wonder has already been built in the game. I don't imagine there are too many others I've missed. So we're not going to be doing any of that. We can take them though. They can get destroyed in a planet. Planetary invasion and bombardment can actually destroy them, in which case they can never ever be rebuilt. But if we do take them intact, we can actually keep them. Because I haven't actually been leveling planets entirely, so far at least, probably a good chance that I will be able to take some in the future if I continue to expand at the rate we're going. So I'm actually going to keep time ticking over to the remainder of this episode and react when it comes up, but I'd like to keep the Empire stable. It's important to keep growing our population because they do pay us beautiful, beautiful tax dollars, and at the moment a lot of it is being done off Eklamoy, which is our capital. These guys are max population now, so if they can take it, I'd actually like to put them up to 30%. Yeah, they're reasonably happy with us. You guys are max as well, so we're going to put you up to 30 as well. This is really going to shoot our money sky high. You got max population as well. Now this will do two things. This will actually drive them off the planet as they try and find... yeah, still happy? Good, good. It'll drive them off the planet, which will send them to our lower taxed areas, which is brilliant for us. That's what we're after. And it'll also bring this cash flow back into positive, so I can start powering through our research and extend our fleet just a little bit more. Oima is still low. Karela is max. Okay. Yep, 16 is happy. Most of them seem to be pretty happy with a high tax rate. I'll probably do this off screen. I'll do it now while I'm here. You... So actually most of our people have grown up to max population. I'm actually surprised it's so high. They are all reasonably happy with us. Very Danth, yep. So they are 20. And they're now 8. That's good enough. Have you got max population? I didn't even realise that. Must be a pretty small world. What was it? 8. Yep. D8 is... Oh, she's okay. Looks like we're maxed up everywhere. That actually might be why the worlds are... The neighbouring worlds have so many people on them. We're actually exporting our own little revolutionaries. They're running around and taking over, which is an interesting way of doing it. Keeping a homogeneous empire is initially quite slow, but now that we've built up after quite a long period of time, we're sort of falling behind in terms of size from some of the larger AI empires, but we are kicking ass in terms of actually keeping everything together. We're a very coherent sort of empire. You're actually not at max population, so I will leave you at 10%. You're fine, although I'd like people to go to other areas. You are also good. I'll put you at 10. 10 as well. And it does help that I've got spaceports at every single one, so every single person is getting recreation and medical facilities. It's an automatic plus 12. Quite a big bonus, which allows us to fairly comfortably tax, and everyone's growing fairly well. I don't know if these are max, so I'm going to leave them at 0. I think even though it's a very low quality world, we should still be able to have more than 650 million people on it. And you are fairly new, so you can stay low. Surprisingly, no one has come over to Oymar yet. I don't know why it's not very popular. It's at 99% quality. There is ample room available. A planet of this size should be able to have maybe not 40 billion, but definitely 20 or 30 billion, especially with that kind of quality. So no idea why it hasn't been popular. It could be that it is sort of at the arse end of our empire down here, and they're all moving outwards in that sort of direction to explain why all these worlds that we've encountered have fairly sizable populations of yore. Yeah, not sure yet. Either way, we'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll keep ticking over. Our population is breeding as they want to do. And it's actually putting us in a very powerful position. Our money now, we've just gained all that negative back, and now we're still plus 50,000. And that doesn't take into account our bonus income, which is additional to that every single year. So it will keep ticking up and then reset in... There you go. Oh, okay, we're at 27,000 in the first month already. Interesting. Wow, okay. This is awesome. Okay, this planet over here, this was a yellow planet that was connected up there, has now joined our empire. Let's have a quick look what we've got in here. A average quality, decent population of yore compared to the others. And polymer is always welcome. The lithium crystal, I suppose, isn't bad. Lead and iridium, steel. Yeah, not a bad little system. This is something that I would like to have as mine, but I suspect we won't be able to get that until we go to war. Yeah, not bad at all. This is a good little system. We're going to throw a medium spaceport in here. And, unfortunately, all these beautiful races are going to be wiped out. Such is life. Anyway, that planet can grow up well. We should have a lot of population ready to just move over as soon as they can. And that could be a large portion of what this bonus income is. We could be building quite a few passenger ships, and we would get that money being paid for by the private sector, which has, what we got here, that's a million, so they got 90 million monies, dollars, whatever they are, and I have 1.4 million. So you can see my private sector is fantastically wealthy because I've been keeping tax rates so low for so long. But I'm now going to start tapping into that. It's still a very positive cash flow though, so we're hardly doing anything. We are though offsetting. Our troop maintenance is actually surprisingly high. Interesting. Send you guys all into refuel and repair as required. We may need to start investing in little local fleets. Now what you can do, there's different ways of doing the fleets, but you can put them, what are these toggle overlays? Fleet postures. So with that on, I can see, so I set a fleet here in Had Abaddon, and I tell them to protect nearby. With that on, I would be able to see maybe a shield or a circle, like a, oh good, like a covered area, and maybe it'll cover that planet, this one here, that system over here, and possibly this, maybe that one there if it's big enough, but it might not cover all the way down there. So I could see I might need another fleet to protect that area, and you can sort of start to divvy up little defense fleets with automatic settings. I don't tend to bother with that too much. I did do it earlier on with Faris, but again, we didn't have enough strength to spare. We really do need to keep all of our forces together for the time being. Travel vectors are important sometimes. Potential colonies. Actually do have potential colonies over there. Let's have a look at them. You are 71%. You are nothing at all. Now why would I want to colonize you? Let's have a look at this system here. We have helium, low helium. We've got decent tide areas. That's not very good. That's the planet with nothing on it. fairly small size as well. What's the quality? It would barely break even, so we would make a tiny bit of money on that. Oh, that's not bad to mine. A couple of different things. That's a very nice source of emerald crystal. And oh wow, okay, there are some good sources of stuff in the system, but I don't think it is. Oh, that's a very nice hydrogen source. I wish you could build something there immediately. You know, I may as well queue them up. They are very, very good. It's not that good. You're very good. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, well, something's already queued for there. Looks like it's queued up as well, and I'm not sure why they're flickering. Maybe, no idea. They want to I'm not giving you anything. I reject that. Bugger off. You are doing that to us again, and you are ending our trade sanctions. Excellent. That's an interesting little world. Now let's have a look at this other one down here. Why would I want to take you? You have a very low amount of quasi and incense. You are decently big with a decent quality world. That is not that good. No, not really. I don't need it. Meh. Oh, it's the planet there. No, both of those are pretty shit worlds. I probably could colonize them for the fun of it, but I'm not going to bother. Now, we've got this pop-up here. This is going to be where I'm going to be ending the episode, though. It's because we've gone on for more than long enough. I actually tend to aim for between 20 and 25, so I've gone on a little bit extra again. So this has been Distant Worlds Universe. I've been Blxz. Make sure to join me next time as we're going to head into yet another war here as our allies, the absolute warmongers that they are calling us into battle pretty much the entire galaxy at this rate. We're heading against the Lipids, which are a funny little, I don't know, bug race. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you next time.